Hey, what is happening, my fearless networking friend? Todd Falcone here. Welcome back to another episode here, and we're going to talk today a little bit about why people have a bad viewpoint of network marketing, or why multi-level marketing gets a bad rap, bad reputation, and where that comes from. And I think more importantly, what you can do about it, right? How can you change someone's perception or change the future perceptions of how people view our industry, our profession? So there's no question that there are people out in the marketplace that have opinions about network marketing. It's a pyramid scheme. Only the people at the top make the money. If you're not in early, you got to be at the, whatever. If you're not in early, you missed it. It's a scam. It's a scheme. They're trying to get you. I don't know. There's probably a bunch of other different things I could probably mention, but the reality is, there are people that have opinions. Now, some of those opinions are based on having interaction or engagement with people that was, maybe not great. And sometimes, in fact, many times, I've met a lot of people, because I've been doing this for a very long time, that have an opinion, a negative viewpoint or a negative opinion about our profession, but they've never actually done it themselves. Or, I remember having a conversation with somebody that not only had never done it themselves, and then they didn't even know anybody personally that had ever tried one or been involved in one. They just somehow heard network marketing bad or something like that. And so they somehow, without any personal experience or any knowing anyone that had any kind of experience, that they had this negative opinion. Now, again, some people have, a negative opinion based on an experience. And here's what I typically see that happens. Somebody has a friend, for example, that, went into something, and they went into some network marketing business, and they prospected them, or maybe they didn't prospect them, but their friend was involved in this thing, this MLM thing. Maybe they tried to sell them product, maybe they tried to recruit them, maybe they didn't at all. And then 2 months later, the person's gone. They're out of the business. And so the viewpoint is, regardless of whether they were prospected or not, is, oh, the business didn't work. That person is no longer doing that thing. Or I'm like, hey, whatever that business that you were doing, oh yeah, no, and they were in it for a snapshot or something. And that's going to give people obviously a negative opinion, because all they're seeing is somebody who was in it and they're no longer in it. And so that's going to, the person on the outside looking in or looking over is going, well, wait a minute, that thing doesn't work, or that thing didn't work for them, even though they don't know any of the details. And, a lot of times I see people that are in network marketing and they don't really do network marketing, and they are just kind of, floating around, hanging out and not really doing anything. And then, if you're not doing anything, you're not going to succeed. So your friend or whoever it is, your relative or whoever it might be, is not seeing you win or not seeing you earning money, and their perception is going to be that it doesn't work. In my opinion is, and it's a pretty educated opinion based on a lot of experience, is that network marketing works for the people that work it. And it doesn't matter what your background is or your education or any of that stuff. Does everybody succeed equally or at the same pace? Of course not. But I think somebody who finds a legitimate product or service that they go out and they start bringing into the marketplace, and if there's value, like end user value of that product or service, and they go out and they build the business and they stick with it and they focus on the right kinds of activities over an extended period of time, they're going to see success. Some people succeed bigger than others. Some people succeed lesser than others. But they're going to see, I don't know how you can do network marketing over a long period of time and focus on the right activities and not make money. I just don't know how you can possibly, if you're really being honest with yourself, like I gave this my all. Okay, so let's really talk about what your all was. A lot of times when I'm having conversations with people about this, I showed it to like 5 people over a year. Well, I mean, how can you actually really say you gave it your all when you introduced it to 5 people over 12 months and now you're quitting because you're saying the business doesn't work? The person really just didn't work the business. That's what I find that happens most of the time. And then sometimes people are overzealous and they never shut up. And I think that's another thing, is like we have to have like some, I don't know, some boundaries, right? And some, you know, just because you're involved in a network marketing business doesn't mean your network marketing business is you all the time. Oh, it's like the only thing that you can talk about. And I've met people like that. It's like, oh my gosh, here comes this guy. The only thing he can talk about is this thing. Every time he's there, he's like, ah, da, 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 da. Ah, da, 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 da. And it's just like nonstop, and it's irritating. Like, dude, you know, like, can you talk about anything else but your network marketing business? And then all of a sudden, your friends don't want to hang out with you anymore because you're just all business. Like, I got friends in business, in network marketing. I got friends out of network marketing, and none of them have ever run from me. Because if you're not interested in my network marketing product or my company, that's cool. Like, you know, I'll drop it for now and maybe bring it up at some point in the future and see if like something's changed. And then I think another thing that people observe from the outside is, you know, people that go into a deal, they're there for a month, they go to the next deal, they're there for a month, they go to the next deal, they're there for 2 weeks, and they go there to the next one and to the next one and to the next one, and all their friend sees is they keep going from company to company to company to company to company to company, and they never actually plant their flag. And it's very difficult to succeed. And I've met a lot of these people. I've coached a lot of people over the years where they've been in like 15 different good deals, like good companies where other people are making money. Like those companies are still in business. There are still people producing incomes in all those companies that they left, but it didn't work for them. In fact, like I have a good friend, you probably know him, Jordan Adler, great guy, author of Beach Money, really good, close personal friend of mine. Like we were in Dominican Republic for his birthday, and he, like I think his first like 11 or 12 companies, he didn't make any money. And I was down in Costa Rica, or not Costa Rica, Dominican Republic, and I was like, bro, you just never quit. And he goes, no, you're wrong. He goes, I always quit, because that was my problem. I was going to a company, and I would work it for a little bit, and then I would quit. And then I'd go to another one, work it for a little bit, and then I would quit. And I'd go to another one. And he finally planted his flag in a company, and he made a lot of money. And I think he's only really like, and then the company's been in for like, I don't know, probably almost 2 decades. He's never quit. So a lot of times people keep quitting and keep quitting and keep quitting. So, you know, it's not that like there's companies fail everywhere. I don't care what we're talking about. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're a tech company or a restaurant. I mean, I've seen restaurants in my town come and go. I've seen all sorts of types of businesses come and go. And so there's failure in businesses everywhere. So it's not the business model. I think, in fact, when I first looked at this business model back in, you know, end of 1989, I was like, okay, this makes sense. This is a brilliant way of moving goods and services to end users, especially as an owner, because I only have to pay money out when a product is moved. No advertising costs, no other costs. Like, we just have our team. We have to ship products, pay commissions. I mean, it's a brilliant way of moving goods services to end users. So, but it doesn't come without its negativity. And I'd be curious to hear from you guys. Like, what's your thought, right? You've been, you know, doing if you're following me, you're probably involved in network marketing. So let me hear your comments. Let me hear your thoughts. If you're on my YouTube channel, love my YouTubers, appreciate you guys. If you're on my podcast and you're listening to me on audio, all the details on this particular episode and where you can make some comments. And I'd love to hear from you guys. It's toddfalcone.com/episode 200. This is my 200th episode. So TODDFALCONE.com/episode 200. And we'll see you on the next episode.